Hey there everyone, this is Aurelian and we're playing Jedi Academy. So, as I said in the last part, or hinted at in the last part, Booster is taking dual sabers, and I'm quite fond of the Defender and Firebrand styles, and the blue and yellow colors.
Luke and I have decided to give you some more challenging missions. You still need to be careful though. Trouble can crop up anywhere.
Yeah, you saw that in the last part, I think. It, honestly took me a little while to decide what to do first. See, one of these is very gimmicky, another one is very similarly gimmicky, and only one of them is really good, but I wanted to have more force powers before going to it, so I decided that we would do the one where we blow up a stockpile of weapons.
This should be easy. Just plant some charges, watch the fireworks, and come home. What can go wrong?
Absolutely nothing. We're finishing out Force Lightning because it's about time, and for no reason in particular, we're loading up heavy. This one is enjoyable enough. Again, not helped by the frame rate.
Huh, there's some of the weapons right there.
I love how even in the cutscene there's the big red glowy thing. I guess it's to show you what you're looking for, but it's still pretty amusing. That really nerdy looking run, again. Character of the week, everyone.
Boba Fett!
This doesn't concern you, Jedi. Just walk away.
Look, I can't do that. Can't we talk about this?
Yeah, if you're wondering where Boba Fett, like why he's here, the Expanded Universe basically established that he crawled his way out of the Sarlacc pit because, God forbid, a character who has untold popularity for no reason stay dead. And I was trying to show off a little bit of what you can do with the dual sabers, but in reality there is nothing you can do to keep him away during this level, so you can beat on him for a little while and he will run away, but the amount of time you spend beating on him will, you know, be more than made up for in the amount of time that you... or the amount of time that you spend beating on him will not be made up for at all in the amount of time that it grants you. So, just leave him. Just run, just always run, and never stop. In this case, I thought I had cleared the blast, and I didn't. And I also kind of wanted to show off what he did if you get too close. Flamethrower. So you can't really saber him at all, on top of everything else. He's very dodgy when it comes to normal weapons as well. And I figured this was far enough away that I'd just show off a little bit of what happens. This is what you get instead of a standard saber kata. It's worthless. And I also already showed off, you can throw the saber, and you can still swing the other. And that's what we get instead of a... like, that's the useful thing we get instead of a kata. They call it the butterfly attack. And that's pretty good. And that it, like, does more damage than it seems like it should when you hit people with it. The saber staff gets a similar variation, which you'll see in the next part. Yeah, it just finally occurred to me that I could use Force Protect and probably be okay during this level. It's weird because it's one of those powers that I literally never took it in the past. maybe one power, maybe like my last power. I took it just to spend the point. But I never once used it in all the time I've played the game, so it's just one of those things. Anyway, that's the 3 or so caches of weapons that's on that side of the ship. I believe there's 2 on this side. And apparently nothing in that nook. Probably something in the other one, but I didn't check. That battle music. It's... I don't know, this level kind of makes the battle music seem really off. I don't like it. That's this one, I think. I think it's just one more. Looks like it might be a few more. This part's really dangerous if Boba Fett's right on your ass, because he can blow you off the side of this thing, and that's not pretty. I like this room. I'm not sure why the big globe thingy is on. It's not gonna be on for much longer, I don't think. That's how high we can jump. I have a slightly better demonstration here. This is the maximum height of our force jump now, and also the amount of force points that he uses. It's pretty crazy. It occurred to me that cool people don't look at explosions, and I hadn't been watching them, and Jaden definitely isn't cool, so there you go. Yeah, early 2000s explosion technology, everyone. And that was just to confirm that we are done blowing stuff up, so we just need to return to the ship, and then we can take off and everything will be good, right? It's quite a bit of backtracking in this level if you don't know where you're going. I sort of didn't, but I also kind of remember the signs. And yeah, level hasn't ended and we're getting shot at. I wonder what that means. Yeah. Of course, you don't actually get to kill him. Because, you know, obviously Jaden Korr's not going to be the one to put him out for good. But, yeah, you do get to mildly annoy him. Amusingly, choking does work for a little bit. He eventually flies away, which is a lot more reasonable than him just magically having forced push. I'm actually quite impressed that they made that distinction. Because some other characters, I think, have forced push when they really ought not to. Rax might be one of them. I don't think I tried. I think he just magically whips out force push if you try to choke him because it wants you to fight him, quote, legit, unquote. I thought the Stuke would be a lot better than it turned out to be. He's too dodgy, and he spends too much time in the air. And that having been said, I didn't really prepare well for this. Not that there's really better weapons to take, but I guess the repeater would have been a decent enough choice. And this was something really weird that happened, and I'm still not exactly sure what happened. I think maybe it considered me to be away from my ship. Because he just took, like, a ton of blaster bolts to the face, reflected, and then ran away. And for a while, I thought I was going to have to reload. But then he just came back. I still have no idea what happened. Anyway, he then killed me with rockets, but it took a while, so I just cut out the middleman. Suffice to say, he just shot rockets at me until I ran out of force points. That's all that happened. And I decided to return the favor. Frankly, I'm not sure why this worked as well as it did. But he decided to stay over there. My rockets all managed to get a beat on him until he started doing that. And yeah, it just happened to work. So
No bounties on you. A shame.
it's pretty great. And that's how Jaden, the 13-year-old, managed to ward off Boba Fett.
So, you met Boba Fett. I'm impressed. I ran into him once myself back on Coruscant. Just barely got out alive. Not someone you want as an enemy, but, well, I guess we have something in common now.
In the next part, Jenny does a place. Jenny has actually 2 relatively normal levels, so I'm going to do the less fun of the 2. The one I usually skip. Hope to see you there. Goodbye.